Broadcasting from the abandoned food court at the White Flint Mall. It's the Nice Guys on Business podcast. 3 days a week, they're able to hold it together. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. Adults need not apply. No interviews, lots of ranting, and they sometimes stumble onto something useful. Go figure. Now it's time for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery themselves, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
Tell me. Hit record. Here. Ready to take it. Just fucking say it. Just.
I was actually enjoying a little of this. Hold on, I can share it with you as you're.
A little bit of Monica in my life.
As you're here, I was
Erica by my side.
I was enjoying a little of this, which is the drone footage.
Oh, dude! I'm assuming we can look at that, but we're definitely going to look at it.
We will take a few more
on the podcast. But
no, we won't. We can have it playing in the background as.
Well, I'm going to be totally distracted if you.
But it's just fucking amazing.
And
God.
that's from your house. That's like your drone footage now from.
Yeah, this is drone footage from my house. I got this sucker up to 500 feet today, a couple hundred feet above where the FAA really regulates. I hope the FCC is not talking to the FAA or the FBI or any other acronym today.
So welcome back. My name is Strickland Bonner. On the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler. And Doug has a new toy. That would be a drone. You got to at least tell me about it, because we're looking at the footage right now, and I already told Doug, I'm like, okay, we're not going to spend a ton of time looking at the footage while we're on our audio only podcast, but it's kind of badass.
It is really cool. But a better story would be, though, what the fuck happened? Why were you late today?
Damn it. I was hoping we could just talk about the droid, and then you would.
No. I'm very interested in this because. Fortunately, I've kind of gotten used to you being on time so often that I know that if there is an off chance that you're not on time, there's probably a really good reason or a really lame reason that you won't lie to me about. You'll just tell me the lame reason. So which is it? What are you going to lead with?
I totally appreciate that you now expect me to be on time.
I do.
It means a lot to me, really, coming from you, because I know I've been working on this for a very long time, and occasionally I'm slow, but I think
look at that fucking shot. Look at that shot over my city.
That's fucking amazing. Now, what was that little dissolve? Did you do that, or
I did
editing later? Oh, okay.
I did a little editing of it because I wanted to show my mom, and I didn't want her sitting through all of the activity, in between activity. But I had this sucker up. I mean, I don't even have to go outside anymore. I can just fly it right from my desk.
Now, can you see it? Is it sending a signal somewhere where you can see the image?
Yeah, I'm watching this as it's happening.
Oh, it's so fucking cool.
I didn't know that you didn't know how this actually works. So the way that a drone works is it's got this look, like you see my house right in the middle of the screen now, right?
Well, there are many different levels of drones. There's some where it's a drone and you can attach your camera to it. There's other where there's a camera built in and it sends a signal down. And I didn't know what level you had. Look at that. That's your fucking house right on the corner, isn't it?
I know. So with this particular drone, it's got a 4K camera built into
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Into the drone. It can go up. I don't know the exact limit. It's the DJI. I should know because I bought two of them because the first one I fucking crashed.
What?
Less than 5 minutes. Less than five fucking minutes.
When you told me you crashed it in 5 minutes, I assumed it meant you crashed it, but it was still in what you crashed it and killed it?
I crashed it and killed it.
Oh no, dude.
Literally so I'll tell you the whole story, but I want to find out the lateness thing first because I think it's so funny that I was so immersed in this. I'm like, he'll fucking show up when he's ready. I'm enjoying myself right now.
It's so funny because when I came to your house to visit, I was thinking to myself, Ojai, right? It's a really nice area, but are all the backyards this big? That's a big fucking yard for what you paid for the house.
Big backyard.
Clearly they're not. You got the biggest backyard in the neighborhood.
I know.
By far, twice as big as most of the other ones I've seen.
I will tell you the entire drone story, including the crashing incident that occurred with Michael Neely. It wasn't even my fucking drone, which is why I bought a drone because I had to replace a drone that I just busted in Hawaii.
Damn. I hear turnkey expenses there. Is that a new house being built across the alley from
Yes,
you? Cool.
exactly. They're building a guest home onto that.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. I mean, this is some cool ass footage, and this is only up about 200 feet up in the air that you're watching right now. I know this is very exciting for you on audio that are listening in, but I got this up to 500 feet. My house is just like, you almost can see the curvature of the earth. Maybe not that much.
That's fucking amazing. That is super cool.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. Okay, so let's get to the lateness incident, and then we will look at that fucking footage. Hold on. Let me see if I can get to the part where I show the horizon a little bit, so you can kind of see it, because I think that's like my favorite part, is that actually looking out at how far away. No, I didn't show it. Anyway, I think that was way at the beginning that I showed.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Right? I'm like, Lauren, you gotta check this out. This is his drone footage.
I know. And you guys got to get one of these. This is over the golf course across my street.
Totally need to.
Look at the freaking horizon on that one.
That's super cool. That is amazing.
That's really cool.
That's amazing. Okay, so you want to hear the story of why I'm late?
Yeah, I'm good with that. I'll hear
Maybe
it.
I should wait till Lauren leaves, because she's going to be embarrassed.
Oh. Okay, I'm ready. Tell
Lauren
me.
came home. Lauren came home from the office, from the lab, and I just got here yesterday, right? And she came home from the lab, and she's sitting down, and like we start talking, and like we start playing, and like we have sex, because I missed it.
Of course, right?
And then we're like, oh, well, we got to be going out tomorrow. So like, why don't we take a shower? Oh yeah, we'll take a shower. Well, of course, all the blood had rushed from my head, which made me completely forget that. And it's like, I'm in the shower and I'm going, everything's good. And I get out of the shower, and I didn't even have my goddamn phone in the bathroom. Like if I'd had my phone in the bathroom, I could have been like 3 minutes late. Right. But no, I'm like, whatever. And then like right before I'm like, I totally forgot that we were recording.
How is it not? See, maybe I don't either I place too much importance in my meetings with you and everybody else, or I put myself after everybody else, because the only thing that I always think about as I'm about to do something is, what is the something that happens after this? Because I need to make sure that I am prioritizing my time. Even if that's something I'm doing before, the after thing that I'm doing is my own personal shit. And maybe I just don't get lost enough in just my, oh my God, I love this activity, or shit, I was having sex with JJ, or any of that. If any of that stuff was like, I mean, that stuff is certainly important to me, the personal shit especially. But why is it that in my brain I always think, what do I need to stop so that I can start whatever was supposed to come next? Where is that doesn't happen to you? Because I'm actually a little jealous of that.
Sometimes it does, and other times it does. And I just, I totally wasn't thinking about it. And I need to think more like you. I really do. It was very, very, very thoughtless of me. It was not polite at all. And
we're so beyond that. I'm so your like your best buddy and business partner and you have done such an amazing job with keeping up with stuff that,
well, I appreciate that.
You do get a little bit of leeway, but not much.
I get it. I'm okay with that. I'm totally.
You don't get much. You don't get much. I'll just give you a hard time anyway.
So we've got so much to talk about. I mean, mostly you.
What?
Just like, dude,
what do we have to talk about?
I know nothing about Hawaii, and I know our listeners want to hear. And this fucking drone, I really want to hear about the drone.
All right. So do I start with it? I'll start with the trip to Hawaii. Well, the trip to Hawaii was formed a couple months ago when we actually were coming home. I can't remember where we were coming home from, or we were in LAX, and we were talking to Michael Neely, and we're like trying to arrange for JJ's birthday. She likes to go away for her birthday every year. And so I said, hey, let's check out the rates to go to Hawaii. Now from LAX, I figured it was going to be a couple $300 each way or whatever.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Hawaii, it was $99 each way on Southwest in March. And I'm like, okay, we are booking that. So
it's amazing, right?
I literally, at that moment, I booked the flight and JJ's like, no, don't book it yet. And so, okay. So I held up from booking and I'm like, fuck, it's never going to be $99 again. But it ended up being $99 and I paid for it with some of the points that we have accumulated through all the spending that we've done on our Chase cards over the years. You know, so it was like nothing. It cost me $11 for us to go to Hawaii.
God, you gotta love that.
So we went to Kauai. Now, we didn't go to any other islands. We went to Kauai. I went to Kauai Coffee? Is that the name of the coffee company? Kuaui, whatever.
Maybe.
Coffee company. We did a whole bunch of fun stuff. I did zip lining over the canopy in Kauai. A lot of fun stuff, but really it was just relaxing. You know, it was a lot of doing nothing. We went to the beach a couple of times. Michael Neely called us and he said, hey, I am going to buy a drone. I'm going to ship it to somebody over there. Can we pick it up when we get there? I'm like, sure, we can do that. So we shipped it. JJ has a friend in Kauai. Her name is Karine. So we went to Karine's house. We picked up the drone. She made an amazing dinner for us. They had like this oasis mecca in their backyard. And I took some drone footage of that too. I'll show you that later. So Michael picked up the drone and he's like, he said, you're going to want one of these. I'm like, I don't want a fucking drone. I don't want a drone. I really don't. They're expensive. I know they get lost sometimes. I'm like, just the stuff I've heard. I'm like, I don't want it. So he takes the drone from Shireen's house. We go back to the place that we're staying, which is this really nice house in the middle of Princeville, I think was the name of the town. And we got this like almost this fairway size backyard that's right there. And he starts taking up, he's messing around with it. He's like, oh, this is so fucking cool. You got to fly it. And I said, I am not flying it because I will crash it if I fly it. He goes, totally fine. I got the insurance. You can fly it. I'm like,
no.
Oh, you bought the insurance? I'm like, all right, I'll give it a try. Literally 60 seconds, I flew it right into a tree and broke the whole apparatus off of it.
Oh my God.
I'm glad he has the insurance, but he didn't have the drone. And I felt really horrible about it because he wanted to use the drone to do footage. Yeah. So we're calling all over the island for like the drone, you know, like the photography companies and all that. And he said, hey, let me just get online with Amazon or Walmart and see if they have any in one of the stores, or maybe I can get it shipped. Every place, it would take 10 days to get us the drone. So then I didn't realize there's actually a Costco on Kauai.
Really? Okay.
I mean, like it's like the one big store that's on Kauai. I mean, it does have a big town, so it's not a city, but it is a big town. So they had 33 of the exact drone that he lost.
Oh my God, are you kidding?
So I'm like, all right, I'll replace it. He goes, no, you're not replacing this. You're going to buy one for yourself. I said, I don't want a drone. He says, yes, you want a drone. I'm like, okay, I'll fucking buy the drone. $600 for the drone. So I spent $600 and now I have this drone, and we flew it all in Hawaii. We got some amazing beach shots and surf and like the waterfalls, and going right up to the tree line and the waterfalls and all that. Didn't crash it again. Learned my lesson. Just took a whole bunch of lessons on YouTube and stuff. And I've been flying it. And today I flew it. I got it up in the air and got it up to about 200 feet. And then literally I came inside and flew it. I don't mean I flew it inside. I was flying it outside while I was inside. Once it gets above about 100 feet, you can't see it anyway. So what's the difference?
Oh my God. That's crazy. So it doesn't affect the signal. Like, is it a Bluetooth? It's not Bluetooth, obviously.
No, I guess, far away. I don't know how. I think it uses GPS technology and cell technology. And I had a full signal the entire time. Okay.
So now tell me about this drone, because I really want one, but I got to do the research first, right?
You don't need to. You don't need to. The DJI Mini 2. That's the one you need.
Can you program it like with geo
points? Okay, so here's what you can do, which is really good, because you will fucking get lost when you're in the air. You know, even like in my neighborhood, I'm like, oh, I know where that is. Oh shit, that wasn't where I thought it was. You hit the go home button, and it will land exactly from where it took off.
Oh my God. Okay, that's cool.
So that's a cool feature. I'm sure it has. I know it's got global positioning, so I know that you can tell it where you want it to go to. Yeah, that's I just don't know. I don't know how to program it yet. I mean, I'm sure
you can do that. I could tell it specifically. I want you to go here, here, and here, and I hit go, and it'll go there.
Well, what's nice about I don't know. I imagine it would have to have those things because of the technology that's in it. So there's two things that you can look at when you're looking at the screen, which is your phone connected, your smartphone connected to the controller, and the controller is just that.
Oh, it's like no bigger than like an Xbox controller.
Right, exactly. Your phone just clips into to this part. I don't know.
Man, that's so cool.
Your phone clips into that part.
Oh, nice.
And it's got a little wire that connects directly to it. And when you get on the screen has two things. It's got the actual picture that the camera is taking, and then it's got the same map that you see when you're doing like Apple Maps or Google Maps or anything like that.
And you kidding?
You can switch the two just by touching the button.
Oh my God, how fucking cool is that?
It tells you the path that it took to get out. So it creates a red line. And then if you want to come back, you just say trace the pattern that it came back, and you can come back the same pattern. Whether you can program it to do that or not, I don't know.
And it's got a 4K camera built in.
4K camera, you can do some level of zoom.
And that camera is fucking amazing. That picture quality is super good.
Oh, and the picture quality that you were seeing isn't even the 4K quality that was on the screen. It's just it was just the low res. It was the low res image that you were seeing.
It looks so good.
And it has all sorts of camera adjustments that you can make to it so that you can work with contrast, and also has 3 different modes, kind of like your Tesla. It's got a cinema mode, a normal mode, and a sport mode.
Like sport mode is fast so you shutter and yeah, that's cool.
So you can get places quickly.
Dude, that is so cool. How long does the battery last?
It lasts about 25 minutes, I would say.
It's pretty good.
Which is pretty good. It comes with 2 batteries. It comes with a little carrying case. It's got the little, all the joysticks and everything. That's cool too. It's got some cool stuff. Like as you're flying, if you're taking video, you can just hit the little button and it will take a still shot of the image that you want as well. So it's got forward, reverse, obviously. It's got left, right, bank. It's got up and down. It has a complete pivot 360. You can do, and it's got what's really cool. It's got a gimbal on it. So you can tilt the camera in a bunch of different directions. It's just
right. So you can change the camera angle and direction independent of
exactly.
Fuck, that's so fucking cool.
And this is my understanding is this is one of the primo ones, but it's a primo mid-level. Like they make another level. They make a $900. Like go to Costco and see what.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Check it out. Because that's the thing. I like $600. I mean, that's pricey, but that's still in my budget if it's got all the cool shit. It's totally something that, I mean, like what would you do with it? Any idea? The cool factor is definitely there, but what would be the idea? It's so funny. It's one of those things that I've always wanted one. I don't know what the fuck I would do with it, but it would be fun.
So
I'm worried that it would be one of these things that's like I'd play with for a day or two and then I would put it down, but I don't think I would.
Well, even if it is something that you use a couple of times and then you not get bored with it, but you don't find the use for it, the use for it will always be in the back of your brain. Like Michael said to me, he says, hey, you could use this as an upsell for renting your Mustang. Rent your Mustang for $300 and then they get drone footage for, another $300 so that the bride and groom could be seen pulling away in the car and have the drone following them. I'm like, yes, dude, totally what we want to do.
Fucking brilliant.
I know.
Because you just like the next bride and groom that rent it, right? You just tell them, hey, I'm going to give you this for free.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And you shoot it. And like the way you did it before with the reverse where it looks like it pulls out and my God, you could create a sizzle reel in about 20 minutes and make a shitload of money.
Yep. In between the before the service starts to after the service is over, I could have the entire edited reel done.
Oh my God, that would be
including shots of the bride and groom waving at them as they're going away.
How fucking cool. That's amazing. I totally want to check it.
It's very cool. You just safety, don't crash it. Don't crash it. You don't want to crash it. It does have a really cool thing. If you can't see it or you don't know where it is, you literally just press and hold the go home button.
Go home button.
And it will rise up to the highest elevation in your area for the highest thing, find where it took off from, and then lower straight down.
Oh my God.
So if let's say that I bring it to an area that's got a lot of trees that are high, and I'm like, I lower it, and then I'm like, fuck, I don't know where it is, or I lose my signal or something.
Yeah.
If I hit the get home button, it will rise up to, let's say, 150 feet, go back to where the safety spot is, and then come back down, straight down again.
Dude, that's fucking amazing. This has been Doug and Strick's drone review, and that's fucking badass.
So God. I would tell you, absolutely, you want to. Man, have we really spent No, I was going to say I've been on this call for 42 minutes. How long have you been here?
Yeah, I got here about quarter after. So
okay, so this hasn't been that long an episode so far. So I would highly encourage you to just bite the bullet and get it, or have TurnKey get it, use it as an expense, and then I'll figure out another $600 expense that I can take.
Yeah, not that we would do that, Mr. IRS.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, look, podcast production, we do have to create some really cool images with podcasting, don't we? I mean, it is an audio podcast, but we do still need to. Oh, as a matter of fact, it's funny you say that. So I did a commercial on the zip line using not the drone footage, but it could be confused with the drone footage. Mm-hmm. As I'm coming down the zip line, I got the selfie stick and the camera in my hand. Yeah. You got to use TurnKey production. When we go to extremes, we talk about extremes like this. TurnKey, we go to extreme when it comes to customer service. I did that coming down the zip line.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
I don't know where that is on my camera right now, but I will find it and send you that commercial, because that was the fucking bomb.
I love it. That is hilarious.
I didn't crash and burn on the zip line though.
Oh yeah, that's good.
That's good. That's good.
I told you I did the highest zip, or the longest zip line over water, or the highest or something, in Labadee, Haiti. Royal Caribbean. That was fun. That was very cool.
Yeah, we talked about that on the last go round. Hey, do we have any voicemails today? I have no idea if we do or not.
We have one voicemail. Although, you know what? I didn't look at the date. I better check the date and make sure that it's not an old one. Hold on. Let's check that real.
I think we may, because I think I did go to, check my email, and I thought I saw an email in there, and I forwarded it to Ashley in case she didn't see it. Now, I don't know that she put it into the drive, but if she did,
yeah, we're good. We do have.
Did anything good happen when I was gone, or was it pretty easy? Does anything ever happen? Is there ever an emergency podcast?
Yeah, there was a couple of weirdness things, but it was nothing I couldn't handle. It was
that's good. What would be something you can handle?
I know. It's like, it was weird. We had one weird client, but it's handled.
Did we lose or gain any money when I was gone?
We didn't lose any. I'm trying to think, did we gain any money?
I don't know.
I mean, didn't we make one or two sales like the day you were leaving?
I think so. I think it was good. I think it was good. The getaway day is always the day that people need something from me. And I'm like, okay, you're either going to have to buy or you're not. Because if you're not going to buy, I'm not talking to you right now because I'm going on vacation. And usually those are the people that are like, okay, I'm going to buy.
We definitely, it was good. We didn't lose any money. It's all good.
Okay. That's good. That's good.
All good.
All right. Let's do the voicemail, and then let's, do we have any world events to talk about? Yeah, I want to talk about something. I want to talk about $6 gas in Ojai, California. Holy fuck.
Yeah. But okay, we'll get into that in a minute.
Okay.
We ready for the voicemail?
Yeah, let's just do the voicemail. Oh, can I ask Magic 8 Ball a question though?
Sure, if you like. Yeah.
Magic 8 Ball, I'm going to ask a little question that might be challenging to interpret. Is it possible that this is an email, a voicemail from Jared? Oh, I guess that would be possible.
Is it possible that it's a voicemail from Jared? That's the question. Hang on, let me plug my.
I don't even know when he would have left a voicemail, because does it have anything to do with the recording date, or is it only to do with the air date? It's only to do with the air date. Shit, I get my world gets all messed up when we record on something other than a Wednesday or Thursday.
I'm confused. This is definitely a new one though. It's definitely come in since we recorded. I think. I don't know.
All right, so I'll ask the question properly. Magic 8 Ball, is this a voicemail today from Jared? So far, Magic 8 Ball has done very, very good with guessing.
Okay, let's take a listen.
Well, it's not like you guys ever listened to.
Hold on. It's that damn. I
heard it. I was hearing it.
Yeah, but you were hearing it from.
No, I was here. Oh, I was?
I think so, because this is speakers. It doesn't say.
Sounded good.
Really?
Yeah, it sounded really good.
Yeah.
Magic 8 Ball, is this voicemail from Jared.
Well, it's not like you guys ever listen to me anyway, so sure, go ahead.
I guess that's a yes. I guess
that
that's
would
a
be
yes
it.
from Jared.
That would
we
be
never
it.
listened to him anyway.
That would be a yes. All right.
So that means we've got to play this thing.
Got to turn up the volume. Hey, hold on a second. Just hold on.
I was waiting for that. I'm like, I've got my hand on the space bar, waiting for you to say. Hold on.
Well, you left a big gap in there, like enough time for me to say something.
Because I know you're going to say something.
The say something is this. The say something is the volume is excessively low.
I don't know what the hell is going on.
But when you played it before through the speakers, it was much louder and the quality was good. So I don't know, was I really hearing it through the speakers?
Okay, well, let's try it. I can switch it back. But you know what's weird? Because you said the same thing the other day, right? I'm not doing it any differently from how I usually do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were looking at the meters.
No,
I'm telling you, the meters are hot. But
yeah, they weren't peaking, but they were definitely in the green and yellow.
Right. The other day when you said that it was low, I'm like, it looks fine, but the recording had it super low. I had to go in and fix it because it was super low. I don't know.
Okay, but
doesn't go back into Hindenburg and switch to the other speaker just to see what happens.
Yeah,
because you said it sounded good, even though it was supposedly coming out of the. Oh no, that's weird. Speaker Yeti Classic. What the fuck is that?
Well, that's what you just played it back on.
Oh, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Anyway, you're right. Here, let's go back to this just out of curiosity. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Okay. You ready?
Well, don't play the voicemail. Play the music because that was the one that I just heard it through.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay. Yeah. Now, where am I hearing it?
See, I'm hearing it from the computer speakers, but I can barely hear it from the computer speakers. You're hearing it clearly? You're hearing it super clear?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just leave it like this. That's weird. I have no idea what's going on.
You know, the other thing that's interesting, when I talk, when I hear it like you are playing it right now, it doesn't, what is it called? It doesn't duck when I do that, which is great because when I talk normally, if you have the music playing and I'm speaking, the music ducks under my voice, which is kind of irritating. I don't know if that's how it comes across to our community. I don't think we have a community. I don't think it matters.
I don't know. Okay. Anyway, here, let's just do this. We'll play it.
Do it.
Hey, Doug, Shrek, Jared here. So I don't have a lot to add for this week. I enjoyed the show. But I wanted to call in and say, Doug, I hope you had a great vacation. I've been seeing some of your pictures from you over in Hawaii, and dude, that's beautiful there. I am a little upset though because they do make suitcases big enough I could have squeezed into them. I'm just saying, I wouldn't have minded. I would take that ride to go to Hawaii. Anyways, guys, as always, love the show, and yes, you have kept up your streak. This one was twice as good as last week. All right, guys, love it, and can't wait to talk with you again and listen to next week's episode.
Well, we continue to be twice as good as the week before, which is excellent. Except that
in 30 days we will be 1 billion. We will be 1 billion better. Hey, I forgot to tell you. You know, it was something that Jared had mentioned had triggered something in my brain that happened over the vacation, and it was. And I don't know how Lauren feels about this, but I can certainly tell you with divine clarity how JJ feels about it. If you ever post a photo of Lauren that she doesn't like, does she demand or command you to take it down or anything like that?
I usually check before I post a picture of her on social media somewhere because I know better.
Okay, I got it. Well, there's with absolute clarity, I understand it through one huge argument that she will never be touching my phone again because Because the whole thing is with the pictures, you're taking the pictures, you're looking at the pictures. I'm assuming that the pictures are good for posting. You're involved in every photo. You've transferred photos from my phone to your iPad. All of that stuff is going on. It was a pretty decent argument. I mean, it was an argument with Marjorie and Michael in the car, so they can attest to the fact that, oh my God, I fucking lost my shit.
So I'm trying to clarify then what happened. Are you saying that you posted a picture on social media that she took and had moved to your phone, and then she said she didn't like it and didn't want it posted on social
I don't even know who took the photo.
Okay.
Because my phone is like the universal phone for, if you want to take a photo, let's just go ahead and use my phone for the photo. So oftentimes she will take my phone and take the picture. So I could have taken it. She could have taken it. I don't really fucking know. I don't know who took the photo, but let's just blame it on me. Let's say I took the photo. Okay. She's had opportunity through transferring the photos back and forth to actually approve or disapprove of the photo. And yeah, I probably should have checked in with her to say, look, these are the photos that I'm using. And I didn't even, I wasn't even like one of the photos, the focus image is the coffee mug in the photo because we went to Kauai Coffee. So it's the coffee mug and the microphone because we did a podcast episode for Something to Whine About while we were there. And we were doing a Kauai Coffee episode on Something to Whine About as wine alternative. And I think in the background of that photo, she was in the background, and it wasn't like a complimentary photo of her. It wasn't a bad photo of her. It just wasn't one that was of the best angle or whatever. She didn't want it. I'm like, we just got into, I can't even tell you the actual part of the argument. There was an argument in there, and the argument was over posting photos of her without permission or something like that. I'm like, oh, it was just bad. It was bad. Bad argument. Really
I'm
ugly.
staying out of it.
Okay, thank you.
So
you're playing Switzerland.
Exactly. So gas is what, $6 a gallon or something in California. It's so very interesting, the whole why. And this is fucking fascinating to me. I'm ready
to hear your perspective on this because I think I have a perspective of my own as well. I'm not saying it's going to be contradicting your perspective on it. It's just going to be, I personally, I don't get it, but okay, I'm going to listen. So go ahead. Tell me what your perspective is.
And I'm going to tell you up front that my perspective is not political. Okay. Because I know there are a lot of people who are like throwing around. Basically, they're saying that people are basically saying, hey, we are in this, or Ukraine is defending themselves against Russia, and we put sanctions against Russia that we're not buying their oil anymore. We will not buy oil from them anymore. And this is why oil prices are so high, right? Because we're not buying oil from Russia anymore. Okay, couple things. First of all, some people on one side are saying, fucking Biden, I can't believe he did this. And now my gas prices are high just because he's trying to get back at Russia. Other people are saying, you know what, I'm fine paying a little more money for gas for the people of Ukraine because it's hurting Russia, and I want to hurt Russia because Vladimir Putin's an asshole. Okay, that is the political side of things.
Right,
okay?
right. I'm with you so far. Lockstep, 100%. Everything you say, I hear both of those sides as well.
I'm going to give you my opinion.
I'm ready.
Q3 of last year, which would be October through December.
Yep.
Okay. The oil companies, of course, are all publicly traded companies, right? Gas prices have been going up, and the right has been complaining about that, right? Again, I'm not laying blame or defending Biden, but gas prices over the last, couple of months have been going up, right? Some people are saying it's fucking Biden's fault, right? The gas companies made in Q3 record profits.
Wasn't it like $80 billion?
Okay. So you already saw the total.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it was something like $80 billion.
And it is a huge number. And I don't feel that it's fair to just lump all the companies together and say that, because $80 billion could be across 200 companies, 300 companies, right? I prefer to look at the details. Let's just look at ExxonMobil. Just one hypothetical example. ExxonMobil's profit $17 billion. Now, there are a couple of things I want to clarify here that are super duper important in that $17 billion number, because Exxon is a big company. Right?
Yeah.
So the first thing is 17 billion is not gross sales. Okay? It is
17 billion in profit.
Profit.
I got it.
The second thing too that is important to clarify is 17 billion with a B.
Right.
Okay. The last thing to clarify is that was Exxon's profit from Q3. 3 fucking months of the year. They made 17 billion. If they did that every quarter, they would profit $50 billion every year.
All right,
so my answer is, when people are like, why is gas $6 a gallon? Because when Exxon and BP and all the gas companies, whenever they see any president, whether it's Biden or Trump or whoever, okay, whenever they see them do something that gives the impression, that gives the perception that we will have less gas, they jack the fucking prices because they can. We get 1% of our oil from Russia. 1 fucking percent. You can't tell me that as soon as we said, cut the line, don't buy more from Russia, immediately the gas companies had to raise the prices to fucking make up for their shortcoming of the 1% of gasoline we get from Russia.
Isn't part of it though, the whole, okay, so we only get one, I don't know the numbers to be exact. And maybe if you know the 1%, then cool. Then you know something that I don't know, but let's just assume the 1% thing is accurate. But isn't it the idea of supply and demand? If we are cutting off Russia, even for 1%, and I think we're the 3rd biggest user of gasoline in the world. I think
I would think we were the first, but I have no idea.
First, second, or third, somewhere in there. You can even look that up. Isn't it a supply and demand thing? If we are exporting oil or importing oil from Russia, and we say we're going to stop doing that, other countries, European countries, which probably do get a lot of oil from Russia, are probably either going to do the same thing or copycat us or create the level of worry or something that's going on. And if we are perceived to be against Russia and we pull our demand for oil and other countries do it, then where is the oil going to come from if it's not coming from Russia? It's going to come from the Middle East. If it comes from the Middle East, that means that while they have a certain amount of production a day, they are going to have to make up for the fact that these countries are not buying from Russia. And if they're not buying from Russia also, then the demand for oil gets higher. If the demand for oil gets higher, the supply probably is going to get lower. Supply and demand. I'm going to put my oil with a country that's got, Europe is already paying $6 or $7 or $8 a gallon for gasoline. They don't want to sell it here. OPEC, Middle Eastern countries do not want to sell. Although we are a large consumer, they would prefer to play the boutique game where they're selling less volume, but making more money from an individual customer like France, like Greece, it hurts. And no, I don't want to pay the extra money. Just seeing, it's one of those things where you drive down the street and you see the sign that says $5.90 a gallon for gasoline. And you're like, what the fuck? And I probably drove 500 miles last year. So it's not like it matters that much to me. You have a fucking electric car. You have a Tesla. It doesn't really matter to you. However, the things that are going to impact you when it comes to the gas shortage, or not gas shortage, but the gas pricing, is going to be everything is attached to the price of gasoline. The trucking companies that ship your salad to McDonald's, or to get your Anytizers to the Giant, it's going to cost you more money for those Anytizers. And that's going to be reflected in the pricing at the grocery store too. So it's all a supply and demand. Yes, I agree. I think that probably the oil companies are saying, hey, here's an opportunity for us to raise the price of gasoline because supply and demand is going to dictate, that we can do it. The other thing that they could have done, Biden could have said, hey, look, we're going to do this, and this is going to adversely affect everyone that's in this country that drives, because the gasoline is going to be raising their prices as a result of this supply and demand. But here's what we're going to do as your government, the United States government. We're going to control the oil companies and tell them that they can't raise the price of gasoline. We have a ceiling of $5 a gallon, or we have a ceiling of $3 a gallon, or wherever it was look, they can stop the stock market, right? Can't the New York Times decide that they're going to stop trading on the stock market?
The New York Stock
I'm sorry, the New York, sorry, that's what I meant. The New York Stock Exchange.
The New York Stock Exchange has actually put in stop gaps so that on a given day, if it crashes, if it falls too far, that it'll stop. But I don't think that's the government. I don't know if they could or not, but
I don't think it's the government either. But couldn't the oil company say, you know what? We made $80 billion in the third quarter, or all of last year, in gasoline profits. $80 billion in profit. We're gonna ride this one out. We're going to bite the bullet along with the American public. We are not going to shaft the fuck out of the American public this time, because they just got over a 2.5 year pandemic where all this other shit was going on in their lives. And we're not going to take advantage of the public that way. Could they say that?
You know, it would be really amazing if they said that, but for them to even consider that, we would have to think that they gave a shit about the American people, which we know they don't. That's the problem.
God damn it.
So I'm so glad you brought up which country consumes the most oil, right?
I was going to go China, Russia, and then the United States.
So, but you think that's 1, 2, 3, like China and then Russia and then the United States?
I thought it was, but I could be wrong.
Okay. Well, let's walk it back the other way. Number 5, we're counting down now. Number 5, Russia. You are correct. Number 4, Japan. Number 3, India. Number 2, China. Number 1, the United States.
Okay.
So we are number 1. Woo! We use the most gas or oil. This was oil, technically.
Yeah.
Now here's more interesting stats that are even more interesting than 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Saudi Arabia, Russia. Let's start with Russia at number 5. They use 3.6 million gallons. a day. Jesus. No, 3.6 million barrels a day.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay. Japan.
I thought we were 3 million barrels a day.
No.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Russia's number 5 at 3.6 million.
All right.
Japan is at 4 million. India at 4.4 million. China, 12 million barrels a day. What do you think the U.S. is at?
I don't know. I'm going to say then 15.
19 billion barrels.
Million.
Sorry, that's million with an M. I don't want to exaggerate. 19 million barrels a day. So just as a comparison, yes, China uses a lot, right? But if you take number 3, number 4, and number 5, India, Japan, and Russia, actually, you could even put number 6, Saudi Arabia, in there. All 5 of them combined don't use as much oil as the United States does.
Let me ask a question. And maybe this is just kind of thinking, maybe I'm just spitballing here. Just work with me for a second. If we took the amount of money that we spent in consumed oil barrels over the course of the year, and instead of putting that into oil over the course of the year, we put that into finding the alternative source, like lithium batteries, like car battery. I don't know you have lithium batteries in your car, or is it something else? I don't even know what the kind of battery.
Lithium. I honestly don't know. I think so.
Okay. It doesn't really matter. You're not using, and maybe you are using oil to a certain degree because you're plugging your car in and you're getting that
electricity that could be being used from oil, possibly. Yeah.
Maybe, possibly. However, you're spending far, far less and leaving a lot less carbon footprint also. If we could take that profit, or at least that money that is revenue that's being generated for oil, and we put it into finding an alternative source, how long do you think it would actually take us to work through this whole problem and just starve out the oil? How would you like to be able to give the Middle East and Russia the big fuck you and the oil companies the big fuck you
Even more so now that I'm looking at the totals. Now it's interesting, and somebody can correct me on this if they know better, because I'm really just shooting from the hip here. The reason the gas is so expensive in the UK is because it's very, very highly taxed, right? And so what if we put a 25 cent a gallon, a 50 cent a gallon tax above and beyond? Obviously, our gasoline is taxed already, right?
That's easy.
Add on another 50 cents a gallon. All of that money goes to alternative power research.
Well, that's easy, with the one exception. It replace the words "that money goes to alternative," investment in alternative ways to find power, and just put the words "to California" on there, because literally, what it go at a gas station by you right now, even as high as gas is, how much? What is it? What's it going for?
Well, it's really funny that you say that, because I'm in Vegas right now and it's really fucking high. When I was in Austin.
Oh yeah. Go to Austin. What's in Austin right now?
Gas in Austin. Austin, if I remember correctly, was $4 or $5. I don't remember what.
Well, there's a big difference between $4 and $5. Which is it?
Gas in Austin. Okay. Gas in Austin, $4.20, $3.90.
Okay, so $4. Let's just call it $4 right there. Okay,
$4.
Okay,
now let's look at Vegas, because Vegas, when I was looking, I was like, "What the fuck?" It was super expensive. Oh no, it says $4.86. I thought it was like I thought I saw $6 or $7. But maybe.
Well, you could type in Los Angeles, right?
$3.89. No, you're right. It's like $4 a gallon here too. All
okay,
right, well,
type in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles is going to be.
It's not good. It's really not good.
Los Angeles.
I can tell you what it is down the street from me. It's almost $6. It's like $5.80 some cents. There was
like $6.60, $5.80. Yeah. $5.70, $5.57, $5.84. It's fucking expensive. Yeah.
I should have filled up before I left for Hawaii. Now I got to get a second mortgage
to fill the tank. Okay, but here's an interesting stat too. Same website, right? How many gallons of oil do we use?
Yeah.
I hadn't considered this, but just to say the United States uses more than anybody else, not necessarily fair, because what about per capita, right? Like we have,
have 300 million people in the US or something like that.
To say like Japan, right? Of course we use more than Japan. We probably have 10 times the number of people that Japan has. So that's not a really fair comparison, right? They also happen to have yearly gallons per capita.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Russia, 383 gallons per capita per year.
Mm-hmm.
Japan, 481. That's pretty high, right?
Yeah.
India, which is the third highest, 51 gallons. So
wow.
For India, they've got 1 billion people and they actually don't use much gas per capita.
Right.
China, which is the number 2, 138 gallons per capita, except the U.S. averages 934 gallons per capita.
Holy shit.
So even though we use 20% of all the world's gas, even though we are the number one consumer overall as a country by a good 40%, well, our yearly gallons per capita are probably even fucking higher.
God, is that true? Is that right? So
934.
We like our muscle cars, we like our big burners. We don't want to ride a moped around. We want to ride an Escalade around or a Hummer that gets like 5 miles to the gallon. Holy fuck.
Exactly.
You know what? We deserve it. We really do. I don't mean we deserve to be able to use the gasoline. We deserve to be fucked up the ass by companies, because you know what? Because we don't learn our lesson.
Yeah.
We don't learn. True. Everybody get a fucking electric car. Do it. If we really wanted to say a big fuck you to the oil companies and whoever, whether you believe that Biden is in charge of is responsible for making this gas hike or not, or whoever, or the gas companies, say a big fuck you to whoever you think it is and get an electric car.
Well, because that's the other thing, and I've been hearing a lot about this, because of course there are people like, gas prices are high. Thanks, Biden. It was really funny actually. Somebody posted something on Twitter, right? And he posts a picture of like how much it cost him, right, to fill the tank, right? And he's like, "Hey, look at these prices. Thanks, Biden." And then you see the truck in the background, right? It's like a fucking jacked up pickup truck with monster fucking tires. And it's like, dude, maybe if your goddamn pickup truck got more than 6 miles to the gallon, it wouldn't cost you so fucking much to fill it up.
Oh God, work remotely.
Well, and then the other thing too, that, I've been, I try to listen to both sides, right? I've been listening to educated debate about gas, and basically all of the economists are basically like, gas prices are global. In other words, gasoline prices are not. Oil,
right.
The cost of a barrel of oil is the same all over the world. It is a commodity, just like the US dollar.
Yep.
When prices of a barrel of gas go up, the gas companies are going to raise their prices. It has nothing to do with fucking whatever Biden is doing or Russia is doing or anybody is doing.
Somebody would argue that, though. They would argue that we just choked off the American economy by refusing to take imported oil from Russia. Somebody will argue that, and I wouldn't say that they're wrong, but I would also say, can we look other places for this? For this argument right now.
Well, because that's the other big argument. People are saying like, hey, why don't we reduce our dependency on Russia for oil? And of course, my answer is, why don't we reduce our dependency on oil?
in general,
not just from fucking Russia, from Saudi Arabia, from fucking everywhere.
All right. So here's
the other argument that I'm going to make. That's like more Republican conservative. I know we pump a lot of oil out of Alaska, right? Well, we could open Alaska up even more. Right?
Well, they're tending to hold. They want to hold that back because of the environment.
Okay.
I'm not saying I agree. I'm not saying I agree with that, but I'm saying that isn't that the reality of it? Because of the environmental impact that it's going to to
Yep. And I'm going to sound like Republican here. I'm going to sound like a Republican here, but remember, this is actually, it's funny because this is, I think, exactly what started the argument when you were like, I'm driving through this area in Ohio or wherever in the middle of nowhere. It was so beautiful and there were trees everywhere.
And then there was Monsanto.
Right. Exactly. Then there was Monsanto. That's exactly what he said. Okay.
Hey, before you just, I just want to plant the seed before you say whatever you're about to say. Yeah. And this is where you're late is going to come back to haunt us, because now I'm 6 minutes late for the next thing that I need to do.
Oh, dude, I don't want you being late for Walmart. I can stop. I want to be respectful.
I want you to spend 30 seconds closing out this argument so that I can have dinner, so that you and I can either come back to recording or we can have a business conversation that we need to have anyway.
Okay. So here's the quick version.
Let's say it. Yeah.
I'm going to give you, California, very big state, right? Texas, very big state. California is 155,000 square miles. Texas is 261,000 square miles. Alaska is 570,000 square miles. So I would make the argument that, let's fucking open it up. Am I worried about the ecology? Am I worried about what is the fucking
environment?
Thank you. Am I worried about the environment in Alaska? Yeah, kind of, but not all 570,000 fucking square miles of it, right? We could save a lot of animals and still just fucking rape and pillage a quarter of Alaska, and nobody would know the difference.
We actually could spend that same amount of energy and time and research and all that other stuff, instead of going and finding the oil in Alaska and rape and pillage as you want to do. We could actually put that energy and effort into finding an alternative source of energy. I don't care if it's nuclear. I don't care if it's clean coal. I don't care what the fuck it is. You can frack the sky as far as I'm concerned, but we don't need to do any of that shit. We have it in the palm of our hand. We just need to rely upon a different source and say fuck you to the oil companies. Yes, it's going to create a crapper of an economy for the amount of time it's going to take until we get there. And I think that that's the bigger concern. It's going to take all of this money out of the government's pockets because of the taxes and state pockets. pockets, and it's going to take all of this money out of the oil companies' pockets, and they have the biggest lobby that's telling the government, oh, you don't want to do that. We are easily producing all of this oil. We can do it. Yeah, if they stop producing oil tomorrow, you know how many days of oil that we have? We have 3 days.
Really?
3 days until we run out.
That's because we use 19 billion
Well,
19 million gallons a day.
the world's supply of oil. If the oil companies tomorrow stopped producing oil right now, we would have exactly 3 days of oil on this earth.
That's pretty scary, actually.
It's pretty scary.
It really is. I mean, when you think about how dependent on oil we are, it's kind of scary.
3 fucking days.
That's crazy.
All right, we'll get back to this argument a little bit later, maybe later on, or maybe on a future episode or whatever.
We'll forget and not do it.
Or we'll forget and not do it. But we could always go back to drones and crashing them, and that would be fun. Battery-powered drones, the best way to go. All right, I'll catch up with you a little bit later. In the meantime, Steve O'Brien, go ahead and take us out of here.
For the Nice Guys on Business, I'm Steve O'Brien. Fill up your week with the nice guys. That's their story, and they're sticking to it.